The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Hump Day! Looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center. That's the Star, Frisco, Texas, where it is 90 degrees and sunny. The high is 93. The low is 74.
He is Nate Newton. That is Shannon Gross. In the back is Chris Beam, keeping us live and local. We are without Kurt Three Pumps Daniels today. Maybe he's somewhere humping around. It is hump day.
Humping
might
and pumping.
Be somewhere humping and pumping. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak.
Brought to you each and every show by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. And we got to start the show out by giving a huge shout out. If we can't do anything else here in Dallas, we can find kickers.
Yeah.
That's our strong suit here. If we could find defensive ends and defensive linemen like we can find kickers, we'd be in business.
Yeah.
Brandon Aubrey, Special Teams Player of the Week. First kicker in history to kick a game-tying field goal with no time remaining in the fourth and a game winner with no time left in overtime. Congratulations to Brandon Aubrey. Big thanks to his wife for getting him off the couch and saying, you could do that. Get out there and kick some balls, see how that works out for you. What a great story.
That tells you all about right there. I mean, if you get the right one by your side, man, it could be wonders for you.
There you go.
Or it could go the other way.
There you go. So
Shout out to her.
there you go. How you guys doing today? Hump day, mentals and dentals. How we doing?
Man, I am so I'm ready, bro.
Okay, you
I
ready?
am
I know
ready.
you chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
You tried to talk. You tried to give half the show away before
Yeah.
we even got on the air. How you doing, Jess?
Great. Mentals
good?
and dentals are good, man.
good?
Yeah,
All right, good.
How your
How you?
dental thing been going? You asking everybody how they do. How your dental
I'm good.
thing doing?
I'm good. I go for
How
regular.
your mouth acting?
I go for regular checkups now that I finally got them straight, got them right. They're still not all straight. The bottom's a little crooked, but I still got a gap up here where I got to get a real tooth put in
Right.
from like 5 years ago. But I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Doing good.
All right.
I do my yearly checkups now, thanks to Chris talking me into it. So I'm on track. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
All right.
Lots to get to today. Nate, since you're Jesse was talking in the back, we'll get to his point in a minute. You walked in and you just had one request to players on both teams this week. So we can
Line up.
so we can watch some good football.
Yeah, I watched the Bears defense. I mean, okay, Minnesota first game, they play over, and I'll explain what that is. You got a right guard, right tackle, tight end. They're going to put a guy over the center, the guard, and the tackle. Have a gap, and then they're going to have a defensive end outside. That's what they mainly play. That's what they want to play. On run downs, everybody playing their gap. On pass downs, that guy over the center normally go back when he's pass rushing back into the open hole to have a four-man deal. As they get closer and closer to the goal line, they'll bring up the A and B. Sometimes they'll bring one. Sometimes they'll let both of them drop back. This is what I'm seeing but it ain't the alignment that's killing them. It's the assignment that's killing them. The lack of tackling. Players are dropping, going down like flies. Kyler Gardner lost him. J.J. Edwards lost him. That's a linebacker. J.J. Edwards. T.J. Yes. I'm sorry. But Kyler Gardner, is that right there? Mm-hmm. He's out. I mean, they're losing guys. Now, they went out and got Grady Jarrett.
And they're all-world cornerback, Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, he's out indefinitely.
He's out indefinitely.
And so you go out and get Grady Jarrett during the offseason. You go out and get Dayo
Yep.
Good luck with that.
out of bowl. So
Adejingbo?
Yes. They go out.
AOO.
They go out and get him. They draft a guy that didn't even get on the field, number 95, Sherman Turner. They have put assets in their defense. But like the Cowboys.
Can't let you Shamar,
excuse me.
Shamar.
Thank you.
I don't want you to get on the show on Sunday and say it wrong. Shamar.
Yeah. Believe me, they'll be backing me up.
Yeah.
This is, and I'm seeing the same thing from game 1 to game 2. I saw a simple sweep, one-man sweep to the right. Grady Jarrett pressed inside. Monte Sweat pressed inside. I mean, a sweep, a one-man sweep to the outside, and left the corner out there hanging. And then you can clearly see that if these guys would have read and went sweep and stayed front side of their man, this guy has no gain. This is the same with the Cowboys secondary. This is why I'm so upset. And I went to our guy that helps you with the camps.
Danny McCray?
I went to Danny McCray and said, Danny, help me here. I say, can these guys play these defenses that they're asked? He said, Nate, it's simple. When they call this coverage that's called zone, all you have to do is go line up 15 yards back. Not 12, not 10, but 15. And it comes down, like I've said, know who you are. If you are a 4'6" guy, you can't line up at 15 like the normal guy that runs 4'5". You got to line up at 25 and come forward. It's easier to run forward than to run back. So not only us, but I'm talking about the Bears too. If you play what the coach asks you to play, then I can get a serious look on how to make adjustments. But if you playing solo football, I cannot make the adjustments. As the game go on, they beat Minnesota beat them. As the game went on, it got worse, and worse. And you lost to a fairly decent team. As the game went on with Detroit, it got to be a beatdown. Yeah. Because that team knows what they're doing. Jesse's going to be a little more specific, but I want them to come in and not be disciplined. I want them to come in. They're linebackers. They're aggressive. They will shoot gaps. They've been 50-50. Sometimes they hit, but when they miss, it's a big game. So you're looking at a team that I think has good players, way above average players, but they're doing their own thing right now. No sacks. They had a couple of sacks early in the Detroit game, flag. Took away the sacks. So I'm talking about a team that I don't know is it because they have so many new guys on defense, Jess, or they think that they are the man and they kind of doing their own thing when they want to do it, because you'll see the linebackers every now and then shooting gaps, which I'm trying to read what they're reading and I don't see it.
Right.
So, so
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm trying to see what they're reading, and everybody's trying to make a play instead of playing your gap, playing your role, and playing as a team. So that is, and I looked at our film, and that's the feeling I get. Our defensive line can play well, then all of a sudden a linebacker just shoot a gap. Okay, why did you shoot that gap? Now this guy is running extra. Now we've been fortunate that we've stopped the run, but you gave up 800 yards in passing. So I really don't know, is you stopping the run?
Or they just not running?
So, Jesse, I'm giving it all to you. I got mine out, bro.
No. That was good. And I think one of the things that Nate hit on that was really good. When you a lot of times we come into these games and the first thing we're looking for, who's the notable names, right? Who's the superstar? Who's the guy the name that we recognize? And when you look at the Bears defense, they have a lot of names. They have names that we've come up against in other teams. Guys like Montez Sweat. You hear the name Grady Jarrett and Tremaine Edmonds. And, of course, Kevin Byard, and so they have these
Nashawn
names.
Wright.
Nashawn Wright, yes, who was
him
a
a
Dallas
pick
Cowboy. Yeah, got a pick six in the Minnesota game, and so you hear the names, you think like if you just went name recognition, you'd be like, it's got to be a pretty
Solid,
good defense, right? Like all these names, Montez Sweat and Grady Jarrett and and you're like, and then you pop on the film. And then you look around, and I think Nate hit it and said it perfectly. This game might be the battle of the two undisciplined defenses: Cowboys defense, Bears defense, and just an undisciplined bunch. Dennis Allen, their defensive coordinator, and I don't know. Like I look at a lot of times I'll start up front, and I'll look at the secondary. And I just had a feeling in my soul that Nate was going to just handle the guys up front. So I kind of really focused on.
Right.
I was like, Nate's going to handle the guys up front. And so I was like, let me look what the secondary does. And so they'll do a lot of different looks in the secondary. You'll see some cover two. You'll see some quarters. They try to disguise a lot of it. You'll see some two-man. So, that's the one thing. And I think Dak is playing. He's red hot right now. I think he's playing in a great rhythm, but they try to disguise a lot of what they do. And what ends up happening is guys are running free. Guys are trailing guys. And I always there are times when I watch a defensive film and the opponent that they're playing. There was something that Detroit was trying to prove against the Bears, right? And so they were throwing out everything against the Bears. And so when you watch these guys, there are a very, very, very undisciplined group. And I can even I don't feel as gung-ho as I did against the Giants of being like, oh, this defense is terrible. I don't feel that way or this and that and the third. This is a very beatable defense. And if they play the way that they played against the Lions, against the Cowboys, Dak will have another 350-plus yard passing game, for sure. Where I think it differs a little bit in the running game is Detroit has they got a two-headed monster back there, and both of those guys are, Sonic and Knuckles. So they run with a different style than what the Cowboys will run with. We don't have that level of explosion. We have Javonte Williams, who's done very well for the Cowboys in these first two games, but he's more of a straightforward downhill runner. He's not trying to get to the outside. He's not going to make guys miss in the hole. He'll punish you if you're there, but that's a difference between how, we're not running any toss with Javonte, and we ain't running no toss with Miles Sanders. He ain't the fastest as he used to be. So it's going to be predicated on the Cowboys being able to get downhill and get on those blocks so that Javonte can go forward. Because I do believe guys like Grady Jarrett, guys like another Dexter Senior, number 99, theose guys, when their initial punch is good up front. They have an initial good punch, an initial good move, but sometimes their eyes get lost. They start peeking. They start trying to do, like Nate said, not playing their responsibilities. But on the back end, that's where the Cowboys will make their hay. Because when you start, and I hope that Shotty continues this, when you put guys in motion, that's when you're going to – that's a sign right there for me. When you put a guy in motion and the DB follows him, the bells go off. This man coverage, y'all.
And they make their adjustments not as a whole defense. Their linebackers and defensive backfield make their adjustments. You don't like with New England, you'll see sometimes they line are actually moving, trying to make adjustments to the strength. Their linebackers are doing all of that work. Their safeties are doing all of that work.
And so it feels like this defense, just like the Cowboys defense, really, either they're not buying in or they're confused. There's something that's not
Which one's worse?
buying in. Because if you're not buying in, we can work.
No matter
confused.
what I say.
Yeah, no matter what you say, you ain't doing it.
Yeah.
So confusing, okay, that may be just how I'm teaching it. Maybe you need to see it a little better. Maybe you need to walk through a little bit more, go through a little bit more. But if you ain't bought in, no matter what I say to you, gonna matter.
Yeah, gonna matter.
So they look confused because they're trying to pass guys off and all that kind of stuff, and guys are running free. And if the Cowboys, because it's a copycat league, if Brian Schottenheimer looking at what they did against Detroit, I'm saying I'm gonna see a lot of deep overs. I'm gonna see like that CD, deep over. CD, George Pickens, deep over. Because when they start passing these guys off, they lose guys, and there are a ton of big plays. Even Jared Goff missed a couple that he had the DB. Jameis Williamson had the DBs beat deep on 2 or 3 occasions, and they just missed the throw. Some they connected with. So there's a lot of hay to be made for the Cowboys offensively. And like I said, I say that now, and then they'll come out, and all of a sudden they're front to be all Americans. But this should be another one of the games where it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout because this defense is going to give up a lot of points.
On paper, the over's 50.5, I believe. Cowboys are giving up 1. On paper, this should be
over
37-34. This will be one of those games that comes out and it's 12-14 or something.
The thing, and I give every team the same allowances that I give the Cowboys. Who can find the rhythm first? We have been able to run 115, 120, then we come out and run 135. Now, this team is giving up 130-something yards a game.
So to find that rhythm – oh, sorry.
So with Brock Hoffman, will you have the same confidence? But go ahead on with your question.
No, I was going to say, I think you're right. That's very important. Typically, Dak starts slow. Do you establish – and as bad as their offensive line is against the run, do you try to establish the rhythm with the run first? And I think that plays into what you were saying with Brock Hoffman. Get him comfortable, get him under center, and then go the pass game, or do you start off throwing the ball? What do you do?
My thing is this right here. You got 2 tackles that need help because I'm not going to discount Market Sweat. I'm not discounting him because I think it's going to be a challenge for our tackles. I hit him with some quick 3-step drops, and then I would run the ball. I would hit him with some quick, let them know that we are going to pass, get something definite that CD going to handle or 3 going to handle. You know, and boom, and just move that ball early, and then the 3-step drops allows most tackles to get a quick hand on you. It keeps your passing going and allows them to get a quick deal. That if they sit back on CD or sit back on Pickens, and the rest of them I don't care if they sit back on them or not, but I'm letting you know that I need more activity with those 2 guys. But anyway. And then punch you a run in there. Because what I don't want to do, and Jesse, you may see it this way or not, I don't want to have a loss on the first play. I need a gain. I need for the residue to last off of Detroit. So I need some quick completions. You know how the Giants can't – if we would have knocked the Giants off, if they would have been 3 and out, they would have been like, oh, here it go again. Yeah. But they boom, 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 and they went down the field. That put our defense like, whoa, what in the world happened? That set the tempo for the day. If 55 would have been an idiot, that set the tempo for – that's what I want us to do. Let them say, hey, man, we finna give y'all more of what Detroit gave y'all. So I want a quick pass here, because most of their scoring – was number 14. They was throwing that ball in there, Detroit. They would run it down there, but they was throwing that ball in the end zone. Did you see?
I'm a Ross St. Brown.
Yeah.
He had 3 touchdowns.
4, so I'm saying to myself, run it. The offensive line, but man, I want scores, and I want it quick and fast. And that way you would take all the fire, because that dude on the other side, the way Broadus was talking, This a quarterback. Broadus like, man, I'm like, oh, Broadus, you need to take him out to eat a dinner or something where you're loving on him.
No, I get it. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. But like, Caleb is he's a unique cat.
Yeah.
Because he has all the tools.
Yes,
sir.
Like,
he has everything.
Yes, sir.
Like, he has everything. Now, the mental part of it, don't know where he's quite at with that. But the arm strength, man, he has some throws. You look at you be like, Jesus, please, that boy can play.
So we'll get on tomorrow.
We'll get on tomorrow, but.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, I don't know, maybe Cowboys defense, maybe we stay on, offense.
Cowboys offense.
Maybe we stay on Chicago's defense. Who knows? Stay tuned and find out on Hangin' with the Boys.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/cowboys.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. All right, let's get back to it. Let's switch over to the Cowboys offense for a minute, and then we'll figure out what we'll do in the last segment. PFF, Kurt's favorite friend, has Dak ranked second among. Now, listen, Nate's been telling you all year long, listen to the show. The truth. Jesse's been telling you since preseason about this. PFF has Dak ranked second among quarterbacks. He's among NFL leaders in most categories. Jesse's not surprised at how he's playing. Nate, are you surprised at how he's playing?
Dak, no. But I liked it, and this don't mean nothing to most people, but this is what really got me. The first 2 or 3 days in training camp, when Dak was out there, and he wasn't spry with his arm, but he just took off running. He just took off running certain plays. He'd just take off running. 100 yards, 90 yards, 70. And I'm like, okay.
What, following the play down the
Following the play downfield, cheering, just happy. And what he was trying to tell himself and us is my legs are back. Shotty hit about that a little bit during OTAs last year, a little bit. And like, we're going to see a little bit of smart running Dak. And then I was already confident with the 2 wide receivers, but when Jesse put his spin on it, I'm like, yeah. And so the first week, we both bumped heads in a different way when we said, man, Dak played a hell of a game. I was saying because the tackles weren't too good. You were saying because the tackles weren't too good. They were good in the first half, but they wasn't good in the second half. But Dak was spectacular, I think, in the second half. And that's when I believe that, man.
You believed it since training camp. Can he keep, he doesn't need to be throwing the ball 43 times a game, right?
Yes, he does.
He does for this team to win? Yep. That's what we need to do. Can he keep that up for?
Yeah, with those hogs he got outside, for sure. See, before we talk, he don't have CD in a bunch of maybes.
That's right.
He don't have that. He has now that other, and that it matters so much to have that other player alongside of you, right? Remember when him and Amari Cooper they had that one good year where was it either Ferg or the other tight end, but they had
9 and 10 in Texas.
Schultz.
Yeah.
CD had 1,000, Amari had 900, Schultz had 800, the back had 1,000 yards. Like, it was one of those things where all systems were go. And when you have that sort of combination, you can do just about anything. And one of the things that we break down film, but we don't show the film. And I know that all the different things that they do with the NFL and all that kind of stuff. But the thing that has been most impressive early in this season for me when it comes to Dak is the pocket awareness.
Yes, sir.
It has been chef kiss. He had a throw to, I want to say it was to Pickens. Or it was either Pickens or Lamb, where he was running the deep over. And it was the thing that was so special about it was defensive recognition, understanding my blocking, also understanding my route, what that coverage is going to be, and how much time that I need to create to make this throw. And he's already in shotgun, and he knows who the free rusher is going to be. He understands and knows I don't have enough guys to block them. So how do I get this pass to where I need to go? Because he understands I'm going to have the throw. The throw's going to be there. The route's going to be there. I got to buy enough time to do so. Ball is snapped, and everything starts to do what he thought it was going to do. Free rusher comes, and he's, like I said, he's already in the shotgun, but he just drifts, he drifts, and as soon as that receiver got to the point where he knew, got him. And he also understood that I have so much open field that this throw can be, I got to get it there, but I can get it anywhere there. I don't have to be as accurate as the double team one to CD Lamb. He understood that this route took that cornerback out of there, and I got 25 yards to make this throw. I got a strong enough arm to do so, and he bided time, and he threw one out there. I want to say it was to George Pickens, but it just is the way that he moved in the pocket is that.
You talking about the first game or the second?
The second game,
yeah, okay.
Against the Giants,
yeah.
And there's a number of players just watching him move in the pocket, and it's subtle movements. And again, to the untrained eye, you just think, oh, he's just making a good throw. But I'm just like, nah, he gets it. He understands that, what my tackles can and cannot do and how certain things and that's the part of being in the zone that he's in right now, of being able to recognize what he's looking at and having the total picture of what everything is happening, understanding the defense, understanding our blocking, knowing our blocking strengths and weaknesses, what are my routes, who this ball is supposed to be going to, and how it's supposed to be getting there. Again, he'll have his mistakes. All quarterbacks do, but
and some of that, from what you're saying, you can only figure that stuff out with real bullets, right? Like, you can only figure that stuff out with game reps, like what your tackles are capable of doing, right? So does that mean he's going to get better as the season goes along? This
is what happens when you get to that point when you're a 10-year vet. When you get to the point of being a 10-year vet, it's not like they're drafting new defensive coordinators every single year, right? They're not. They're the same defensive coordinators. Dennis Allen been around this league for 30 years, probably.
They're not reinventing the wheel. It's the same wheel. It's just different.
It's just now I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so comfortable with it. I'm able to adjust at the line of scrimmage. This is what you see the most veteran ones do. This is what you see the Peytons and the Aarons and the Roethlisbergers, the Mahomes, the Allens. This is what you see those veteran quarterbacks be able to come to the line of scrimmage, see things, direct things, get people where they're supposed to be, but understanding the total picture of what's happening and not being surprised by certain things. And again, they all forced passes in there that shouldn't be thrown in there, and Dak is no different than them. But the fact that I know what's happening, and you can tell the aura and era of confidence that he's walking around with, that's because I know what I see. I know what's going on out here, so I can play with a level of confidence.
And the key to all of this, he has another receiver.
Yeah.
He can see it. Ask Mr. Mahomes right now. As great as he is, he just don't have the weapons.
Yeah.
And it hurts. And we know this is a dog.
And not only do you have another receiver, you got two guys now that can go vertical. Like, CD's not as – who's faster, Pickens?
Probably. They had to run a straight line.
But
yeah.
Both of them can –
they both can run.
Take the top off.
Yeah.
If they need to.
For sure.
How
him, man. Then that little number 9 need to be healthy this week because he bring another dimension to him.
how important?
He hurt his neck. What should he do?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Get a towel, a hot towel. Man, double up on him. Double up or get him in the morning, get him in the afternoon.
Double towel.
Because the other alternative I don't like. I mean, the other alternative ain't got what he got. You know, yeah, get him a hot towel, baby.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, more football, hanging with the boys.
Look at that.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by 7-Eleven. I was there yesterday at 7-Eleven. There's a 5,000. I was trying to get my $5,000. $5,000 winner every single day. Shop with 7 rewards and play the in-app game for a chance to win $5,000 in cash. New daily cash winners only at 7-Eleven. Are you next? No purchase necessary. Ends 1/6/2026. U.S. and D.C. Ages 16 and over. For full official rules and free gameplay, go to 5k-day.com/rules. There we go. So, is this the drugstore defense? Is this gonna fix the Cowboys' offensive line woes? Or is this just a battle of two not so disciplined teams that are both still trying to figure out who they are and have been sloppy and miscommunication, and it's going to be a battle of who can correct the most?
First, yeah. Who can find the rhythm?
I think this is one of those very tricky games to even judge, because I know the Cowboys won a football game, and we want to highlight that, be positive about that.
Here comes the hater. Come on, Jess.
There's a lot of bad football being played in that game. There's a ton of bad football being played in that game. Like, I get it. Like,
now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not Jesse the hater. This is Jesse the football player telling what his eyes see.
But there was a lot of
being honest.
Like, if you go back and you watch that football game, yes, Dak played spectacularly. There was some bad football being played on the offensive line. We saw what the defense was. And so we like, that can't be overshadowed. Yes, a win is a win is a win is a win. And there's some bad football that was played against the Bears. So now it comes out to, this is one of those things where they're going to be desperate. They're 0-2, right? They got their butts kicked last week. if Ben Johnson is worth what he's supposed to be worth as a head coach, he's calling some folks out. There's going to have to be some guys that look in the mirror. Dennis Allen's going to have to call his defense out and say, listen, do what you're supposed to do. But the Cowboys can't let that overtime thriller, great game, right? Like not in the sense of energy, like the thrill of the game was great. The back and forth in that third and fourth quarter in overtime, that 40-something points in the 6 lead changes, as a fan, you enjoy that.
My brother came in town, and you know what he told me? And I started laughing. He said, bro, I done been to a lot of your games, a lot of the Cowboy games. That was the most thrilling game, and I just bust out laughing.
Yeah, it was. Like, if you're watching as a fan, you're like, touchdown. Oh, my God. It was the edge of your seat entertainment. But when you break the film down, you go, ooh.
Does it take – so question for you guys, because I was watching that game, and I was watching with disappointment, even though – it was a thrilling game, because I knew they shouldn't be in the situation where the game was that close, that late in the game, and the dumb mistakes, and they should have probably lost that game if the Giants would have had their heads screwed on halfway straight. I was upset. I couldn't watch that with enjoyment, but, the average fan, I think, oh, this is a great game, it's exciting, but I was pissed off. I was mad because I was like, this team is not good right now.
2 things happened to you.
What?
You listen to this show. That's number 1. And this is what I've learned, and you tell me if I'm wrong. The arrogance of the Cowboys and its fans. That's what you said is Cowboy arrogance. You want to discount the Giants as not an NFL team that you should just run through them. But you don't even know who your own team is yet. Mm-hmm. If we were 3 years ago and it was that 12-5 team, man, we would be talking about it instead of me saying by 5 points. I'm like, we got them by 2 touchdowns. But no, you got to find out who this team is. And you got to enjoy every victory, because we lost to a good team and barely beat a team that we thought was not good. Mm-hmm. So, give it a few more weeks.
And I you guys asked me a week ago, and I was like, I still don't know what this team is.
And you probably won't know after this week either, because we don't know what the Bears are, right?
I still don't know what this Cowboy football team is. I still don't feel confident that.
But if we get 30 points.
Well, that's what I know.
See, that's what I'm saying. If we get those 30 points you're talking about, we should try to average.
That's
a game.
But Nate,
I know that's unrealistic.
That's so hard in this league.
I know that's unrealistic. But Pickens, you want to get paid? We need that 30.
And that's what it's going to have to be.
Yeah.
There is still the questions are still there. Winning keeps the
keeps you in the
at bay.
Right. Keeps you in the your interest up. Keeps you, because if you can figure it out, you have the wins behind you to where you need.
And again, we'll get more into, because this is what this thing's going to come down to. It's going to be able to the Cowboys defensively. The Cowboys offensively. Can they continue on their hot streak? That's going to be big. Maybe because Dennis Allen and Matt Eberflus have to answer the same question this week. They're asking the same question this week.
Is it your defense or is it the players?
They have to ask. They have to answer the same question this week,
because they're having a lot of the same problems.
Same problems, and so they have to ask themselves: is it me? Is it them?
Yeah.
And what changes?
Yes, sir.
And I got to make it fast. So who can get their guys to either communicate better, buy in better, or whatever?
Change players.
Whatever it has to be. Who can do that the quickest, and then who can have that done the most consistent in this game? I'll tell you tomorrow about, I'll just say this. The Bears offensively, they're going to challenge the Cowboys defense and every other defense in this league. They're going to challenge their eyes, their discipline, their communication, and their consistency.
I'm finna get on that film, boy. I'm gonna see.
They're gonna challenge those things. They're gonna challenge them. They're gonna make you have to be able to see. Your eyes gonna be you're gonna be doing because they're gonna be moving and shifting. You're gonna be looking back and forth and then be who could ball snapped. We out of place. Now what Caleb Williams shows up, don't know. That's gonna be critical. But Matt Eberflus, Dennis Allen have to answer the same question this week about what they're going to be defensively. And when this game is all said and done, when we come back in here on Monday, the winner of this football game, and I know this may be even cheating a little bit, but it's going to be on the defensive end. It's going to be who played the best consistent defense of all. Because the offense are both going to be able to do their things.
Should be.
Yes,
sir. Should be.
But if they're a defensive front, if just so happen those names start to come alive and we can't block them, oh boy. If Adnan, Jadeveon Clowney, or they got the figured out in the back end or there, and they got the Caleb Williams, oh boy.
So whoever has the most Band-Aids this week on the defense wins the game.
Whoever has the most cuts, the least cuts. Yes,
fixes the
yes,
most. Yeah,
for sure.
So question, you said the defense, we got about 5 minutes. Defense, they're going to challenge your eyes. They're going to challenge your assignments and all that. So what's going to happen at center? And how's that going to affect Booker, especially when you got a struggling tackle in the pass game to your right and you got a brand new guy to your left?
The thing that I think that we forgot is I think that's Hoffman's natural position, I think, is center. So he had a whole practice training camp last year. He was the second guy to go in this year. So he understands it. A lot of people worry about his antics. This man don't get flags, y'all. He causes flags. He don't mind getting punched in the head, getting punched in the gut, what you worry about is when he have to deal with a guy one-on-one. So what can Grady Jarrett do? What can they got a big man. I'm a number. I can't find it. They got a big number 98. I think no, they ain't 98. It's
99. It's 99.
It's a big old dude that plays over 97.
97. Yeah.
Big Andrew.
Yeah.
That's a hog of a man. And he comes straight forward. He knows why he's in there.
Andrew Billy.
Yeah, so can we handle that? The thing is they're giving up the run. Not like they're giving up the pass, because the pass has been big plays. But they're giving up the run. We can keep them honest and keep these pass rushers out of the game by being able to run. Can Hoffman find his rhythm with these guys? With the rookie and with highest paid, can he find his rhythm with these inside guys? Because, once again, has been repeated, and my left tackle got to get in shape. He got this game here, he should start rounding out, and we should start seeing a better guy. Our right tackle is a play-action pass tackle. I'm going to say it every time. The more times we can run early, the better, the more confidence he has.
What'd you call him? The rookie and highest paid?
Rookie and highest paid, baby. Highest paid, baby.
What do you do this week if Turpin can't go and you know in plenty of time? Do you activate another wide receiver? Do you activate Jaden Blue for the first time because of the speed factor and try to use him in some of those situations? What would you do from a personnel standpoint?
Nope. I'll probably bring up another one of the receivers, and then I'll go, well, what we gonna give to Turp? CeeDee Lamb, you're in the backfield now. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
You CD
Williams, you get a few more carries. Williams, you get a few more carries.
Nah, the low goes to 88-3.
Why do you not want to see him back there?
I just want him always standing out there, dictating coverage. I don't want him in the back.
He dictates coverage in the back.
Yeah, I know they're gonna bring up. I want him out there, because I'm gonna stick to this, and I'm gonna break it even further down. If it's 100 passes in a year being thrown, I want 65 of them to CD, and I want the rest going to number 3, and I don't care if you don't throw to nobody else. That's it.
That's it? You just need 2?
I just need Because we never had that. When, like I say, it was Amari. The last time we had 2 legit dogs at wide receiver, it's been forever. It's been forever.
Yeah, because even then you had a young CeeDee Lamb.
Yes.
CeeDee Lamb was still coming of age.
Yes.
Like now you got 2.
And Amari, you could just make him mad and he take him out of the game.
Don't do that.
He pound a little bit.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, man.
Don't do that to Amari. Don't do that to the route
I
god.
love Amari.
He was a route god, but I tell you what, Amari they was practicing too fast in Oakley. Like, man, y'all practicing.
You know, one of the reasons why I loved Amari was one of the reasons why he drove me mad is because
He never got upset.
he never got upset. He'd just be like, oh, well, they didn't throw the ball to me. He'd go sit down and be like,
Give me my 3.5.
Yeah.
and it was like I needed a little bit of passion.
Man.
But then when the guy has too much, you're like, just go play ball. Quit yelling at everybody.
If we could all be so nonchalant
If that's
and bothered,
yes.
I would love it.
Yep.
Make it 20
Amari
a
knew.
year.
Amari knew no matter what, check gonna clear every
And
Tuesday.
you know what? I bet mentally he's probably one of the best well-off football players ever. Just because it's like, you know what?
But you could. This was a guy who was well versed, right? He was, because sometimes, man, I think people don't realize that the mental toll that is placed upon you as a football player. It's just, and the greater you are as a player, the bigger the you know what I'm saying? Heavy is, I know that would say that, heavy is the head that wears a crown, but there is a mental toll that takes on you. Off the bill, Amari was in a book club, played chess. So to be able to have that,
solve a Rubik's Cube.
yeah, like to have that stillness and that calmness, I like,
Amongst the chaos.
Be still and know that I am God. Like to have that on you in the midst of all that goes on mentally for you as a football player, brother, that's health. That's healthy. That's healthy. So
And now what is that? I can't think of that Jeep that the Mercedes make. I can't think of
the G-Wagon?
Yeah, then go hop in your G-Wagon and turn the music.
Go hop in your $200,000
Roll the windows down.
Yeah, go get in the G-Wagon.
Life is good.
Yeah.
Roll the windows up. You can't hear nothing but the smooth music.
Stay off that social media.
Yeah.
Stay off that social media. All right, fellas. Good stuff. Kurt,
Good
we missed
stuff,
you.
man. All right,
Jesse,
keep on.
Nate, see you guys tomorrow.
Cowboys defense, godly. And
Just flip the script of what I just said and
I
it's the same
know.
thing.
Jesse's going to tell you tomorrow why he feels sorry for a certain player
yes.
on the Chicago Bears
will.
offense.
Yep.
Wow.
And we'll talk about Eberflus, how he fits into this whole thing.
He better be focused on what the hell he better be doing.
Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Josh, thanks for keeping him company. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?